this is a this is kind of personal, but we have been married 10 years as of June the 19th. Are you aware of that? Because we didn't really celebrate it.
Am I aware of that? Yes, I am aware of that.
You're aware that we've been married 10 years. It's June 19th.
Of course.
Do you realize we've been together 13 years, June 19th?
Yes.
Do you realize that's when we started Shibboleth?
Yes, I do.
Do you realize in 10 years of being married to you and living under the same roof, I've never heard you poot?
Oh, no, I don't believe that for a second.
I've never heard you fart. Never. Not once.
I don't believe that for a second because I
I,
cannot say the same about you, but I don't believe that for a second.
but I didn't do it on purpose. You have to, hey, there's
It's
people.
never on purpose. I
You
know.
have to admit, I'm not one of those guys that run around. It's just, I can't stand it. I can't stand that. So I try to hide it, but sometimes a little one, oh no, it slipped out a little bit. It's embarrassing, but I have never heard you fart. I've never heard it.
He's just being sweet. Yeah, I know that's not true. Morning.
Never heard you.
Um, no, we actually were on our way
Marla
to
Curry, I've missed her.
our honeymoon and in good old Panama City, Florida. And you said, you know what? I think I really want to this is really where my heart is to minister to people in this way. And I really want to keep doing this, keep doing this. And I've been thinking about it, and I really want to, I've come up with a name. I used to preach a sermon on the word Shibboleth. And it was literally in the truck that old beat up truck I think we were borrowing from your dad at the time, and we were driving down, and it may have been the blue one, but it was oh no, it was the one we got from the repo place. The one we bought, right? It was the one we bought when we had to buy it from a place that had repoed other cars, I think. But anyway, we were driving back down there, and you said, we were like, when we get back, we're gonna go back to the companies we came from. We're both going to go get what our parents would call real jobs and quit this Shibboleth dream this dream that we had to help people. And you said, I really want to do this. And I think that, if we do it, it will probably maybe counsel maybe 100 people, and we'll call it Shibboleth, because it kind of rhymes with my Shibboleth, my Sharona was kind of and you had pronounced it Shibboleth, and it's a secret. And I thought, okay, that's kind of I'd never heard the word before. And I learned that day how important it was to you to have that word was really a way to, you're either all in or all out with it. You didn't want it to be just something people, you didn't want it to just be something that you gave a handout and gave people, the foods to eat. You really wanted to teach people so that they could take it and do it for life. And so that was what, so we thought that we might be, that you might be counseling maybe 100 people or so, just kind of keeping it small and look at, what we've done. You've changed thousands of lives.
Yeah, Jesus
has, wanted right? To give up.
Mm-hmm. Jesus had. Amen.
So it literally was the day we got married.
Yep. What a blessing we figured, because the other company went on without me, and we figured that everybody would stay with them, and we would get about 100 or so clients and try to help them. And over the years, people have come to go with us. I love it. The other company I own too, by the way. I just got pushed out. I didn't take nobody's thing. I started the other one. But anyway, it's good to have everybody, good to connect with everybody. In Jesus' name, we're glad that y'all are here today. It's my wife, Tammy, Joni, all your helpers are here. So everybody here should be going through Fast Track. Has everybody earned their badge? Actually, we can check that real quick. We won't call you out, but we want you to earn that Fast Track badge. I took too big a whiff of Drive right then. Whoo. Yeah, got to get through Fast Track. Watch those short form videos, take the test, pass the test, and earn the badge. And that's going to make all the difference, right? We're installing the correct foundation so that we're all on a level playing field. We understand how fundamentally fat loss works. Then we can begin to personalize. We go live every day. You can come in here, get your questions answered, any frustrations, any perceptions that are off, whatever it is. Because this isn't just eating this food on a meal plan. It's also behavior modification. That's why we've been successful. We modified our behaviors. We know how to combine food. We did it long enough and right enough that it just become ingrained in us, and it's a habit. And that's why we're trying to stop the weight loss. We can't stop it. We're getting that. What was the new saying this morning? We're going to have to, Sasha's going to have to use a Cheerio for a hula hoop. And I'm going to play hide and seek behind a toothpick. But anyway, it's a lot of fun, y'all. This stuff is so much fun. We're just eating. Like I just made this, we're talking about poop power by request. I just made this great drink using, this stuff is so much better than what I promoted before because it's lower sugar. So I put me some Sustain. It doesn't give you the jitters. There's no caffeine in it. So I took Sustain that's full of nutrition and hydration and electrolytes, and I mixed it with this Fiber-Wise. This is the best I've ever seen. Green apple. And I've got the perfect blend of insoluble and soluble fiber. And it's just fantastic. It mixed well enough that I didn't even need a blender, which is important to me at work. I just mixed it and it was perfect. It's like micronized. So it just blended so well. And now I've got the fruitiest little beverage that's going to help me stay regular. Hey, everybody. All right. Sasha, before we get into the poop power topic, we got to turn this over to them for Q&A. Any questions for us? How can we help you? How can we serve you? Sally, hey. Yeah, I did mention that word. And I have a question about that. Why is it that when I have a holiday, I have way more gas? I have no gas on my perfect days. Don't get me wrong. I poop on both holidays and perfect days. It's the gas, though. Why the gas on the holiday? You're processing a lot more fuel. That's what it is. You're processing a lot more fuel. Certainly some things contribute to gas more than others. Mostly plant-based foods. When you eat more carbohydrate, more processed carbohydrate, they're going to create a lot more combustion. It's just par for the course. Anybody else? Hey, Rhonda, glad you got your first order. Tammy, hey. Yeah, Tammy, you entered the Poop Power class. Keep in mind, this is this is supplemental to the Fast Track. Tammy, we want to get you through Fast Track. And if at any moment, everybody welcome Tammy Henson. If at any moment you feel frustrated or stuck, you got to borrow our confidence here. Would y'all all tell Tammy she's in the right place? So,
hey, Tammy, yes, absolutely.
You want to borrow our confidence and you want to get a one-on-one appointment with Joni and keep coming to these live sessions, asking your questions as you're watching the Fast Track so that we can give you that supplemental support that's so important. And if you really get frustrated or stuck, get that appointment with Joni and let Joni help you with either meal planning or navigation of the website or whatever it might be. This website, this is Sasha and I, this is our command central every day. This is how we live our eating lifestyle. This is a great thing. This computer, this is command central. This is how we manage our incoming inventory and our outgoing inventory. And this is where we find all of our variety. We have the largest Shibboleth approved menu. You won't find a menu with this many approved foods that help you shut down insulin and lose the body fat. So let's earn that Fast Track badge as soon as you can. Anybody else? Any other questions? Let's see, we got some more. Is there a place on the website that lists all the shopping club food products and how to use them? We're working on that. I did another product training yesterday. Tammy, do you know when that product training will be available to get to Bethany? We are adding them to the website as well. I'm doing wow challenges with them. We've got some Mela the bell pepper challenges coming out. 1 day challenge. mellow the bell pepper. But we can get that to you, Bethany, sometime today. Tammy's taking your name, Bethany Gray. She's going to send you the video with the product training, since we haven't gotten them all in the food library yet. But they're awesome. They're amazing. Roseanne, we would love to get you involved. Anybody that wants to join the wellness company, it's a shopping club of amazing, like this. I had this again. It's Simply Fit. This is three, you see them clusters? They're about that size, these nut clusters that are delicious. You feel like you're cheating. And I put them with some hemp flakes and some approved milk, bowl of cereal. This thing tastes just like a whatchamacallit. And then I have the fiber, the collagen. You know, it's so we found a place, like we talk about products everywhere that are approved, but you usually find like one or two things out of all their SKUs. This company, everything we can make work with Shibboleth, and it's better ingredients and it's cleaner, but you have to be a member of their shopping club. What flavor takes like a whatchamacallit? This is a ProFlex chocolate peanut butter crunch. ProFlex chocolate peanut butter crunch. That's your void replacement. For those of you that are new, we teach whole food combining, okay? We teach to combine foods that God provided that grow from the ground and that roam the earth, how to combine them for really, really consistent fat loss, amazing, astonishing fat loss. When you hear us talk about products, that's not centric to our program. But what that is teaching you how to find void replacements. Like this morning, people that say, what do I do when I need a Pop-Tart? Well, we have a void replacement for that. We've got a void replacement for everything, and in most cases, taste even better. This one's called Hot Fudge Sundae. Ain't no Pop-Tart rivaling this baby. But the difference is you shut down the fat bus with the protein and the fiber. So it's all about macronutrient combining. Then we focus on what we can have and not on what we cannot have. Carolyn, hello. I would like the video also. So Tammy's going to hopefully be able to collect your name and get you that product training video. Anybody else? Any other questions? When will we learn how to promote the wellness company? So we do that in training. So we won't be doing that here because there's a lot of Shibboleth members here that aren't doing the influencing. So we just need to make sure we got you on the list. If you're wanting to promote that, I've already done 2 trainings this week on the product side. So you need to email me right now because Sasha's overwhelmed. So travisjack777@gmail.com, travisjack777@gmail.com. And then Sasha and I will put you on the list to train. But you got to let us know because we don't want you getting in there and going, I didn't want to do this. So this is for people who really want to be a part of the ministry and help outreach and save other lives. And they need training to learn how to do that. The blueberry Pop-Tarts that I bought from Shibboleth are delicious. I agree. I'm glad that you like them. And as long as the rest of your day is a Shibboleth perfect day, it's amazing fat loss. The question this morning from someone was, why am I gaining weight eating those legendary Pop-Tarts? So when I looked at their journal, that's not what they're doing. Can you lose? Is it Shibboleth? And I'm not fussing if you're here. I'm just letting you know you didn't know, right? Can I expect to lose weight if I'm having 7 eating episodes in a day? I love you. You didn't go through fast track. So why would we say that I'm eating these and gaining weight when we ate 7 times? These don't cause you to mysteriously burn fat. They're an eating episode. This is one of them that's going to get me in trouble. I'm going to upset somebody. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to be fun with it because you don't know. I used to think, oh, that's a fat burning food. It'll help me burn fat. It's still calories, girl. You have to manage your calories. And well, I'll just go do that. I'll just manage my calories. It won't work. You must control insulin if you want to get rid of this. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. We have a system that accomplishes all of that. Drink your water, journal, eat in the right food combinations, or don't worry about it. Eat approved foods that I tell you. You can do it yourself or I'll do it for you. And then portions, you got to eat in the right portion. You don't want to expand your gut. You don't want to stretch your stomach to the point you feel miserable. So that's easy. And then we just do the timing. Spread your meals out 4 to 6 hours, have 3 or less, or have a 16-hour fast, and it doesn't matter. I have had 3 people sign on in the month of June. It normally gives me a credit for the store. Is this changing because of the influencer stuff? Just wondering. I'll let Sasha address that one.
No, it's not changing. If they used your link directly, then it should go ahead and give you credit, store credit. If it was a case where they didn't use your link directly, but they wrote your name in, then that's a more manual process, and we would need to do that manually. So we just need to let Joni know, because she usually kind of takes care of that. So we need to see if they are on your, if you look at your referral list in the tab that says ministry partner, then you can see who all is kind of signed up with you. But I can check that, Kimberly, for you and see if you have anybody in there, and then but it should be an automatic credit to the store, but only if they used your link directly. So we need to just we need to check that for you. If they join and then they write your name in, then there's no way for the system to automatically know that. So we have to do that manually. And then you just kind of need to give us a shout and say, hey, I had somebody sign up and they put my name in, and can you please go ahead and, add that to add them to me, and then add them the store credit. So we usually go ahead and try to, put them under you, or, kind of attach that, but still that store credit is initially when they sign up. But I'm going to check that for you, Kimberly, to see, because our developer has a lot, he does kind of do some stuff sometimes that I'm like, wait, we needed to talk about that first, or but I think that as far as I know, that's all. The influencer program didn't change any of that part.
So right here, you have everybody, here's what she's talking about. You have your link to share, hit the copy button. If they join with this link, if you put that in the URL, this is the URL, put it up there in the search engine, it goes right to you. If they sign up with that, it automatically gives you credit. But if they don't sign up with that, it's a little different, because they're putting in your name. And if they didn't put in your name, you can tell us later. And as long as they didn't put somebody else's name, we'll put your name. So you've got, look, let me stop this for a minute and go back. So what Sasha's talking about is, if I go to my journal, here's where you can check if they used your link or not, or if their name has been attached to you manually. So you can go to referrals, and you can see who your referrals are with that tab. That shows you who has used your link or who has been attached to you. Hope that makes sense. Yep, that lets you know who you're influencing and who you're helping. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to help save a life, and that's what we do here. Tammy, I'm going to get Joni or Tammy Cornett to reach out to you. Tammy Henson, where do I find? Well, I can do it real quick while I got you. There's no other question. So you just go to your video library. We record every video. So we go to the video library, and you will find all classes and videos in the video library. We have so many, hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of content. So anything you're looking for and you can't find, you click on your little button here on the website. If you need any help, let's begin the conversation. You click it, say, I'm looking for such and thus. How do I find it? You've got Fast Track, then the Shibboleth Journey level, then Tiger's Eye, then the partner level. Why do we have so much? Because I've been doing it 20 years. My whole life, heart, and soul is on the website. Hope that helps. Lisa. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Brian. The lady I'm talking to is on disability and said she wants me to sign her up. Awesome. Awesome. Let us know how we can help, Brian. I ordered the Attain Crave Blocker bars. Did I order the right ones? That's not the ProFlex bar. That's a great bar, and that's the one I've been talking about. It's fantastic as an eating episode. Chocolatey goodness that shuts down cravings for 2 or 3 hours. So fantastic job. Lisa, no question, just letting you know I got my email yesterday with my unique influencer link. I'm anxious to meet with the church pastors this Sunday in hopes we can start a group that is going to change lives. Awesome. Awesome. Good to hear that, Lisa. Any other questions on the nutrition side before we get into poop power? Want everybody to leave here satisfied, no frustration, able to do the program one day at a time. That's how we do it. How do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Awesome, Tammy. Awesome. It's good to have you a part of our family. Okay, let's talk poop power. Poop power. So I get a lot of questions about that. And it usually comes in the form of, Travis, I am constipated. I am constipated. Why am I constipated? Okay. So how do we know that you're constipated? What is your definition of constipation? Some people's definition is, I haven't poo-pooed in 12 hours. Other people's definition is, I haven't poo-pooed in a day. I haven't poo-pooed in 2 days, 3 days. I got one lady right now who has not poo-pooed in 5 days, according to her. So anything beyond 3 days is constipation. That is technically defined as constipation, and that requires a doctor visit. Okay? That's not normal. So you need to go to the doctor and find out if there's anything underlying going on that's causing this. Shibboleth is not causing it. If you're doing the whole food form of Shibboleth, it's not causing it. Usually I follow up and I say, have you ever dealt with constipation before Shibboleth? Oh, yeah. Well, why did you say Shibboleth was causing your constipation? Well, that's what I'm doing right now. But what about before, what was causing it? So you've got to look at, I can't just throw out, oh, you're constipated, here's what we do. Because you may not be constipated. It may be that you have decreased your raw material intake. And number one, your body needed this nutrition and it's now using it and you're eating less of it. So there's not as much waste or byproduct. There is some byproduct, but also your body can tend to go, wait a minute, this is a shock to the system. We were eating processed junk. I became acclimated to that. I learned how to get the good out of that and discard the rest. Sometimes your body's thrown for a loop because, you started eating chicken breast with green beans and an apple for dessert instead of eating something that was white bread and fatty ground beef and French fries. You're not doing that anymore. So things have changed. We have to give our body time to catch up. But there is a system to make sure that we maintain regularity. Most of you are getting in enough fiber. If you don't think you are, here's a good supplement to do that. Now, you can get in too much fiber. If you're getting in too much fiber, that can cause constipation just as easily as the lack of fiber. So if you're having whole food meals with Shibboleth, you're most likely getting in enough fiber unless you're doing a lot of fasting. So we have a system to make sure that we stay regular. Number one, by the way, it's called PSP. PSP. Number one, hydration. Staying hydrated. Staying very hydrated. A half a gallon up to a gallon of water. Make sure your electrolytes stay balanced. You don't want to be dehydrated, okay? So you need your insides to stay properly hydrated. That will help keep things moving. Next, sweat. Detoxification of the liver requires sweat and requires pooping. I'll explain, but you got to sweat. You got to sweat. PSP. P, sweat. So you got to move. One of the leading factors, leading contributors to real constipation is lack of activity. Sedentary behavior causes constipation. So deciding that for your cognitive health and for your digestive health and for your physical health, that you're going to start a walking regimen at a minimum. Now, if you have a rebounder at home, that's a great way to, if you do a rebounder consistently, that will help. It's like a mini trampoline. If you'll do a workout with a rebounder. Now, of course, you can go do your treadmill, your elliptical, go to the gym, but we're starting with things that most people can do. Movement. You have to move. How many of you have been constipated before and you started moving and it hit? You're moving. Hydration and movement. Start with a good walking program. A good goal, if you don't have one, is 10,000 steps a day. If you want to take the fat burning up a notch, along with getting things moving, 15,000 steps a day. But again, all that walking, if you're doing it out in the hot sun and you're sweating, will cause you to be dehydrated. So you better get your water in. Pee, sweat, poop, right? Hydration, sweat, and then poop. We want to follow a good balanced diet. Okay. Most everybody here needs about 30 grams of fiber. If you go a little above that, it's not too bad. You go a little below that, it's not too bad. If you're getting a lot more than that, that can cause constipation too. So be mindful of the foods that you're consuming. If there's a lot of category 2s or a lot of category 6s, you may not need to supplement with a fiber support system like this. The reason you seen me do it earlier is because I'm basically doing 1 meal a day, and there's no way for me to get enough fiber in that one meal. So when I'm doing like the 1 meal a day, the tiger stuff, then I will usually supplement with a fiber to keep things moving. So PSP, pee, sweat, poop. Now, the gross part. So you want your stools to be bulky and you want them to float at the top and you want them to be unbroken. This person asked me this, so I'm telling you. Pebble poop is a sign that our body hasn't adjusted to the program yet and that we're not getting enough insoluble fiber. We don't want pebble poop. You might start with pebble poop, but down the road, we want to see those healthy stools, okay? Again, TMI, but I was asked to cover it. So if it takes you several wipes to wipe, that's because you're not getting enough insoluble fiber. You're not staying hydrated properly, and you're not moving. But if you'll do these things, it takes one wipe and you're done. Sorry, I was asked to cover it, okay? But literally understanding what your poo's telling you can literally save your life. It can save your life. All right, any other questions? Yes, medications can cause constipation. Any kind of painkiller will cause constipation. So you may have to be patient with the process. Anybody else? Any questions? Follow-up questions or new questions? If the waste isn't coming out the way, what did I mean by that? Okay, so your liver is responsible for filtering toxins, but it's also responsible for metabolizing stored fat as energy and you burning fat. If you're burning fat, you should thank your liver. Be a liver of life and not a gallbladder. So but you want your liver to be healthy. So we hydrate it to keep it clean. We wash that internal organ with our hydration every day. But when we start pooping, guess what happens? When we remove that undigested matter and that waste without laxatives, our liver does it dumps toxicity. So again, doing a cleanse occasionally is very important. We do cleanses here as a challenge about 4 times a year, but you can do one on your own too. There's several in the library that you can do now. that will help you get a good reset and get your liver to working more efficiently. Right, you're right. And I keep putting mine off. The colonoscopy, I need to make time for that. I'm past the age for that. Anybody else? I think, what do they recommend now, Brian? Is it 50 or younger? It may be younger than that now. Sasha and I both have been talking about we need to go do that. 45, I'm 52, and Sasha, you're 50. We need to go do that. You had one scheduled and had to cancel it thought you had to cancel it because of work. Anybody else?
And I did. I postponed it.
Yeah, we need to go do that. Somebody might need us. So Lauren says 50 unless you have a family history. That's what I was told.
Yeah, my sister is younger than I am, and she lives in Georgia still. She's 47, and the doctor had recommended that she go ahead and get the colonoscopy. And I think it's like everything else there. They definitely recommend them earlier now, apparently. So I said, well, shoot, I hadn't even had one yet, and it was never even recommended to me. In fact, I had to ask my doctor, do I need to be getting a colonoscopy now? And so they were like, oh yeah, you probably should. So I don't know. I think a lot of it depends on how much you ask them. You ask them, and then they kind of got to find let's sign you up for all these different tests. I know sometimes if I've ever said I'm feeling a little stressed or something, they're so quick to prescribe something right away that I don't even know what it is or what I need it, what for, but and I get it, because we all are they don't have time. I was really frustrated in my last doctor visit, my female doctor visit, my gynecologist visit, because my doctor I heard them talking in the lobby, and they were saying that he had like 40 something people on the schedule that day. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's insane. And then going in there, I just felt like it was like just in and out, in and out, in and out. Because I want to talk to them. I want to talk to them and tell them what's going on, and feel like I mean something to them. And I know that some do, but this particular one, he actually quit the practice not too long after this particular day. And I was just so discouraged, because they just wrote me a prescription and get on my way. So, and I told Travis, sometimes I can see why they do that, because we all are so stubborn in our heads. We don't want to, we don't want to, and we all kind of tend to think that a quick fix is gonna just prescribe me some medicine. But man, when you start, thanks to this program, and really looking at what the side effects are, and the side effects of some of this stuff are not worth the little bit of the fix that you get or whatever. So anyway, it's I gotta get that lined up, and so do you. Got to get that lined up. So
the last doctor that I talked to, I asked him, I said, I'm in weight loss and wellness, and I help people lose weight. And the last doctor I talked to, he said that there's such a shortage of doctors, and he said you're not going to see many more doctors into the marketplace, into the field, because of the insurance, and you dedicate that much time of your life, and you're not going to make as much money. And he said that that the only way out of this mess from a healthcare standpoint in America is if people lose weight. He said that 80+% of the people he's seen, whatever they're dealing with, could be reversed if they would just lose weight. He said then we would not have a shortage of doctors. But he said you you can't sit and counsel somebody when you got 50 people waiting on you. You just have to wish them well. Hope they do good. Here's a pill. Here's something. Good luck. It's awful. It's awful. And here we sit with a solution. And even a lot of the meetings that Tammy and I have sit in lately, not all of them, but some of the meetings we've sit in lately, it was people just, no matter what you tell them to do, they have an excuse. And it's heartbreaking to see. Heartbreaking. Gayla, I did not enjoy first time I tried Happy Juice. Does that help with regularity? Not exactly. So one Happy Juice a day, it does help. In my opinion, it helps and you get a healthier stool. But if you start doing what we did, having more than one a day, it can cause constipation. So try to stick to the right dose. And in fact, try to come off of Happy Juice 3 days each week to get a reset, because you do build up a tolerance, and you'll start thinking that more is better, but it's not. Hope that makes sense. But I'm glad you like it. Really has helped me a lot with my sciatica. Anybody else? And help me cope with it better, because it's always burning, and it just gives me a better mental outlook. Anyone else? Questions or comments? Sasha, anything you want to add? What is the point of Happy Juice? Okay, well, it's not a good thing for everybody here, for sure. It was an alternative. That's why I hid it in the website. And you have to watch a safety course on it, or I won't sell it, because it does have addictive potential. Anything that makes you feel good has addictive potential. And in addition to that, when I say something, people tend to run out and look for a less expensive alternative. And there are less expensive alternatives that are extremely dangerous. So I don't like to say it here, because people run everywhere else to look for it cheaper. And those products, I only know of 2, from Katz and from both the botanical company, that contain all of the plant alkaloids needed to digest it properly. All of the other ones I'm aware of, it goes through a process where many of those plant alkaloids are destroyed, and you're left with only the addictive components, but you don't have the ones that help you digest it. So that's why I don't talk much about it. And very powerful and potent. Instead of going on opioids, or instead of having a back fusion, I used it as an alternative. And it helped me indirectly with my appetite. So when I take Happy Juice, I don't want to eat, but I'm not sick. I feel great. And I have this amazing short-term feel good, positive outlook. And at night, it helps me sleep. So I have so many people, you can't understand how many people I have sitting at home disabled and either are addicted to opioids or going through a lot, can't stop eating because they're lonely or bored. And it was my way of saying, it has helped me, and maybe I can help them if I qualify it right, because it can be addictive. It's not right for everyone, but it has been right for me and many of my clients. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to have it with some medications, especially if you have bipolar. If you got bipolar disorder, any mental illness, you don't want to take it, because it does have a light psychoactive effect. Most likely, it will be made illegal for the purpose of being regulated and being able to be prescribed, and people make money off of it. I think that's disturbing. It's just a healthy plant. And as long as we're eating it the way nature intended us to eat it or consume it, it can be helpful to some of us, not everyone. Yeah, no pain meds for me either, Brian, unless I absolutely have to. I did answer it, Miss Linda, about baby Colton. I answered it. You may not have seen it. Thank you for asking, though. That's my grandson. And we were talking about him last night. My daughter keeps posting pictures, and he's putting on weight. I think he's doubled in size, and we keep praying that he'll keep getting stronger. We're trying to just believe and be in the faith and know that God's will is good. And Colton's going to be good, and I'll get to hold Colton soon. I'm excited. And thank y'all for praying. We're going to keep asking you to pray. My daughter's been through a lot. She lost her first one, and then they had to take this one at about 6 months. So y'all pray for them. Pray for them. Thank y'all. I think he's up to about 2 pounds now. Yeah.
It's still amazing how teeny tiny he is. She didn't get to go up there for a couple of days, and he's just changing every day. Is a lot of change in him, so it's good. A lot of good. But he's still he's getting to be, chunky, fill out a little bit. I shouldn't say chunky, but he's just, because he's not chunky, but he's filling out nicely. So it's well, he's a little miracle. So thank y'all for praying for him and for them. Yes, absolutely. It's looked like she could just lay his head right into her hand. It's just so tiny. It's amazing, because when you look at it without their hands on him, he might look like a regular size, just a small baby, but wow, it is incredible.
Yeah.
Sandy asked, are the pills just as effective? And for the feel-free pills, sorry, there is so much construction going on out here. It sounds like a train coming through constantly. The pills, the way that was described to me, and I feel this too, is the feel-free gives you kind of this, this sort of high. I'll say high just because you go high. We're going high, we're going up. It gives you this feeling sort of immediate, and then you can come back down off of that. It's a noticeable, feeling of joy, energy. It just is a noticeable feeling with the capsules, which I happen to have one, I think, because I thought we were going to be out and I was going to be having to go get, so I was going to have to resort to the capsules. They don't give you that, they don't give you that rush or that feeling. I say rush, but it's not like like sometimes an energy drink can give you kind of a flush kind of thing. These are more of a sustained over time kind of a feeling. So it's actually, I think they're better for people. They're this size, they're little, they're smaller, but and 3 of these would equal half of the bottle. And I think that they're better for people that are not liking the taste of it. And then if you don't like that feeling of that, that rush or that overall, sort of energy boost that you get, then these might be great to go to, because they just kind of gives you an overall feeling of wellness. And so these are really good to, if you don't like the taste of them, if you don't like the feeling of that high, and then that those are good to have, because it's kind of and they even have a chart that I'll have to grab from the guy the next time he comes. I actually got our delivery this morning, and they just kind of are where the Feel Free has, like, their chart kind of does this number when you have when people are reacting to it. The capsules are more just an even line across, during the time that you've got that in your system. So, but no jitters with it at all, Lauren. It doesn't give you the jitters. It's just like Tammy said, it's a slow release. It's like it's just like anything else. Drinking it is going to get in your system faster, and Travis can tell you much more detail about how that works, the science of it, but in your body. But these are definitely not going to give you any jitters, any high. It's just sort of more of a sustained. It's like taking a vitamin. It's not a super noticeable, system jump to your system or anything. It's just it's just sustained. So it's a good option. But if you're, depending on what you're looking for, I know that Travis you don't particularly like taking them. You don't feel like it has as much impact for you as
No,
the
yeah,
liquid. And I'm
right.
kind of the same way. I take it every now and then, but yeah, I prefer the liquid
Yeah,
myself.
I think what's got Sasha is she shoots it. She takes the whole bottle, this thing right here, boom, she's done with it. And
I take half of the bottle, and
you
yeah,
get
just
you
to get
get
it.
I think the ladies will tell you if you do that, it's an amazing feeling.
Mhm.
And I don't do that. It makes me feel too amazing. Any of y'all know that I have a problem with that? So what I do is I put it in a beverage and I fast. So it might take me 2 hours to sip on it. I mix it with sparkling ice or other beverages that I'm not going to mention here, but it's not alcohol. I mean, I mix it with some of the beverages y'all have heard me talk about, but I mix it with sparkling ice, and I just sip on it. Maybe sometimes it'll take me 2 hours just sitting here at the desk, and it gives me a steady, and it does all the things that we've talked about. It's not one of those, I hope this is working. You go, oh, is that kind of thing, I think, Sasha.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has a euphoric feel. Amy, you're right. You have a euphoric feeling of just overall wellness. Good, feels good. It's very but if you're getting up and moving and working and getting, focus, and it helps with that a lot, and it helps with it's amazing. It's like it's the plant medicines that I've heard more and more about. They sort of almost find what's wrong with you and help with that thing. So for me, it was not a chronic pain, not a Travis, it's been his pain, his sciatica. For me, it was about energy and anxiety. Quite frankly, we had a lot going on with our house in the center, and we've it's been to relieve that anxiety, let me kind of get past that and move forward with my day and get stop dwelling on things that are not that I can't do anything about, and just keep on pressing through and having a good attitude about stuff. And if you park it, if you decide you're gonna chill out for a while, it'll give you that too. So, but
It'll
you're
put you
kind of,
out.
yeah. So
Yeah, it'll put you out. Before I go work out, I do it and I endure. I have better energy than ever. And then at night, a little bit of it and I'm out, Sasha.
yep,
And
yep.
and I also take my recovery. I didn't mean to interrupt you. My recovery has went through the roof. Taking Rest Easy. It has several ingredients in it, but it's got melatonin and L-theanine. And I combine that with Mellow Out. Sasha and I love Mellow Out. And then a swig of Happy Juice. I'm getting some of the best sleep I've gotten in months because we've been under such a load. We haven't been sleeping well, and it's really helped. I mean, 2 nights in a row, I've got more than 6 hours, and it's been forever since I've done that, Sasha. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't really have any problem sleeping. It's when I might wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to go back to sleep, and that's actually when I have because of my brain will start to go through its thing again. But actually, that Mellow Out has really helped me because it's just a very small little bit that I can take, and it's just a little. I'll just kind of go into the bathroom and put it in my little cup and just shoot a little bit of that helps me to go back to sleep and get a more restful night the rest of the night. So
Yeah, and I want to address Laura and Misty. So Laura asked about ACV. Bragg's apple cider vinegar is not a requirement to the program, but it's certainly very beneficial for anyone and everyone, regardless of weight loss goals. Anywhere from a tablespoon to an ounce of it. I mix it with an approved beverage, and I usually put it in a wine glass, and it becomes my void replacement for wine. I used to like wine a little too much, but you get that in, it helps alkalize the body. It puts good flora in your gut, good bacteria. And it's just overall healthy. Anytime I eat sushi, I love sushi. I always chase my sushi. When it's over, I chase it with some apple cider vinegar. And it's just a fantastic little inexpensive elixir that many of us use. That's not mandatory to the program, but very beneficial and helpful. We'd hear more about apple cider vinegar if it was expensive, but it's inexpensive. Been around for years, been used as a tonic for years. It's awesome. Helps with good gut health. It also helps control insulin. If you're mindful of it, right before your Hollow Miller holiday, you can take Carbees or Fibotrim, and I call that cheater's relief. But if you don't have any, you could take you a big swig, dilute it because it'll start burning up your esophagus, cause problems, but dilute it in water and get you a big swig of apple cider vinegar, and that helps control your blood sugar. Misty says hormones are terrible after 45. Beginning to gravitate toward the Shibboleth program without grazing, but including a 16-hour fast, you will see more optimization of your hormones for certain. We digest too much food, that throws things off. People don't tell us that, but that throws things off, digesting food all the time. And you got to control those other hormones, control insulin. The whole body can be optimized with about 6-7 weeks on this program done the right way. Just throwing that out there. And then it may be after that, if they're not optimal, you need a little exogenous help. But yeah, hope that helps. Can we mix the ACV with the Shopping Club H2O? Absolutely. I hope you will. Absolutely. Good way to get your ACV. Yep. Sasha and I are putting Diet Devil stickers on everything that's not clean in the house so that we're mindful before we do it, because we're in the habit. So we want to stop our, okay, let's be mindful. Is there a better alternative? And we're exchanging stuff with clean stuff, gravitating more toward a clean home, a clean environment, clean everything, hoping that'll help. Anybody else?
Hey, Brian, I'm glad. I'm glad that you got your order. I'm not sure when you ordered, but I know I've shipped something for you. But I have, thank God, I have our daughter here today, or the last 2 weeks, Kayla, she's worked for us before, and so it was easy to get her to slip right in here and help us so that we could get our ducks in order, because there was it's very busy. And as much as I wanted to say, oh, I got that, I can do both, I can, do that 4 or 5 hours a day and then switch to do the other stuff that I need to do. And it just was, for about 2 or 3 weeks, I had it all under control. And then I just said, I can't. So I am so thankful to have her here, because she, and so we might have been I think a week, we got like a day or so behind getting stuff out, but we are on it. She is on it, and it's been fantastic to have that help. So I appreciate y'all being patient with us while we figured this out over here.
Yep. Just opened this center, and it's just getting down to just us. And we got a couple of great folks, Tammy and Joni, and some other folks helping us. It's great. To answer, who was that? Sandra Shook. Travis, if you could only order 2 or 3 items from the wellness products besides the collagen boost, what would it be? Probably peak performance. Probably that would be, now that I'm changing, you're hearing me change even what I said a few days ago. The more I learn about it, peak performance and collagen boost would be my 2 go-tos. From a food standpoint, what I'm liking right now is the Fit Crunch Simply Fit, ProFlex, and the Crave Blocker bar. That's my go-tos. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing for the foreseeable future. I love those products. Which peak performance? They're all pretty much the same, Tressa, with some nuances. and you can kind of trust what it's called. I did the brain health one because I'm at that age and cognitive problems run in the family as our folks age. You still get the weight management help too, but it's nuanced so that there's a couple of other ingredients added to help with our brain health, but we still get the core stuff. Most of the core stuff is in each product, but they're nuanced. So if your goal is mainly weight loss, mine is not anymore, I would go with the metabolic health one. If you're a lady over the age of 50 and you don't know which one to get, I would get the one that's for ladies over 50. Yeah, they got several different great products, well-researched, comprehensive. It's very unlikely you would need anything else if you're taking their AM and PM packet. Tammy's doing it for over 50. Awesome. I don't know if y'all heard yesterday, but I watched something that said, if you don't feel great after 90 days of that, I think they'll give you a credit. So that they believe in it that much. And after researching it, I do too. Yeah, if you need K2, they have a great vitamin K2 product. It's awesome. You might want to look into that. I don't think it's very expensive if I remember right. They have that, and it looks to be very promising too. Everything manufactured by them and in the USA. You don't get that. Most of the supplement companies, it's like gasoline. It's coming out, Chevron and Exxon, and that's all coming through the same pipeline. Most of the supplements is just a private label, and it's all the same with different labels, and it's junk for the most part. These are some of the best products on the planet Earth. When will Happy Juice be back in stock, Sasha?
I did.
You answered it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we just got it in this morning. We literally took the last box off the shelf yesterday. The guy delivered to us this morning, and we've got it may already be there. Kristen was going to go ahead and add that. Our system sort of updates itself a couple times a day. It'll all sync so that everything that we get in is automatically updated on the website, typically at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. and once around noon time. But we've gone ahead and made that adjustment. So hopefully it's in there now. Hopefully it is. And Kristen, if you're listening, she said she's listening in. So you let me know if you want to pop in here and let me know, or message me and let me know when it is in there, so I can let folks know that it's there. This backup.
All right, couple more questions and we'll let them go. Cindy, are the FiberWise cobbler bars approved? They are, but that's one that I'm not high on for our people. I had rather you do this drink because you're going to get no much blood sugar impact. If you're doing the bar, do note that you must do it early in the day. That's if you're trying to lose weight. Now, if you're in maintenance, have it as an extra. You don't even have to really count it. You could count it as an extra if you're in maintenance. Great help with appetite control too, but it does it's a little high in the sugar department for me. So you'd have to use it as an eating episode if you're trying to lose weight, and do it early in the day. Delene, on the 40-day challenge, can you have 2 of the Shibboleth mac and cheese packs as one meal? You cannot. That's going to be more than 400 calories. So the way to get more out of that is to have 1 pack and to add you some lean ground beef, add some tuna, if you like tuna helper, but lean ground beef, tuna, or hemp flakes. Hemp flakes work great in that too. But if you go over 400 calories with that product, it ends up being way too many carbohydrate. I hate that. That's the way it is. Now, that's for the mac and cheese and the fettuccine. The cheesesteak pasta, you can have 2 packs. It's different. Hope that makes sense. Lisa, what else did you recommend besides the collagen, peak performance, and the Simply Fit? I like the Crave blocker bar and the ProFlex bar. And I like the Attain shakes. I like those two. You will be sure to let us Alabamians know when Happy Juice is legal. We'll do our best. We're hoping that happens.
And what we are waiting for is they have a new product that they are coming out with that does not have that kratom in it, that will make it able to ship anywhere. And I've seen the beginnings of it on their website, but our representatives don't have it yet. They are kind of keeping it close to the vest right now, I guess, and they're only shipping it online. But I know that one is just going to have kava. It'll have lion's mane in it. It'll have cola nut peanut, and then it'll have a rhodiola, and all of that's like on their website to check. That's rhodiola, but that won't have the kratom in it. So it'll be an interesting mix up. So we're looking forward to getting that one in, and as soon as we get that one, we're able to order that one. We'll be able to ship that one anywhere. So
yeah. And Paula asks, can you remind us about the benefits of bio coffee? It is non-caffeinated, and it's an alkalinizing coffee, and it helps with regularity. It helps promote regularity. We do need to have it early in the day, and it's best to have it with cocoa ringa or Healthwise hot chocolate to neutralize the blood sugar impact. It's also fantastic if you're dealing with a low blood sugar episode and you need something a little extra to get your blood sugar up. It's also an excellent fit for that. Anybody else?
But we don't have it right now, so don't. That's bio coffee is something that the manufacturers or the manufacturer did not have said that it would be this week before they had it available. We're not even able to order it yet, possibly till the end of this week. But yeah, we've got people that are, clamoring for that bio coffee. So Kristen, we're gonna have to make a big order for it because that one is a favorite. We go through that one so fast. I love it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite go-to coffee. I have one pack right now left that I'm holding on to that I am waiting to use until I absolutely have to, but I usually mix this with a little of the Healthwise hot chocolate. But I love this rather than the other coffee. Now drinking the other regular coffee, it just makes me not feel good. This one is almost like if eating like grass was was good for you. Like it makes me feel just fresh for some reason. It's very good, but yeah, they completely went out of stock and are expected to have it back early next week. So we'll have that updated on our website in the description. But yeah, that one, the Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee, that's another good one. That's a strong coffee, but that's a really good one that he found as well. So
good for your brain. Yeah, your brain literally. It's like Miracle Grow for the brain. Yep. Delene asked, I bought the Cocoa Ringo, but not sure how to use it. So one serving of it can be a snack episode or a meal episode, depending on how fast you want to lose body fat. If I count it as a snack, that's for slower weight loss because I still have 3 meals left. If I count it as a meal, I have 2 meals left and you're going to lose weight faster. So Cocoa Ringa, I have it not alone. I mix it with Healthwise hot chocolate for extra added protein support so that I can use it more like a meal. But it's an amazing antioxidant. And it also can help promote regularity. I think that's it, Sasha. Time to go to the next thing, girl. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Do you sell Healthwise hot chocolate? We do. That's how we, most of the stuff we carry, you can get elsewhere, but it's what helps us keep our mission going. That and our partners.
Just look up in the store when you're looking for that. They look up the high protein hot chocolate. That's how it's listed. They are kind of funny about their name being on that if we're selling it to the public, which is a weird thing, but they are they want everybody to have an equal opportunity to sell it. So I guess, and also they do not want it on Amazon. A lot of people have been throwing that thing on Amazon, but when you're in our store, look it up by you can actually look it up by Healthwise, because we do have that in the metadata, but look it up by high protein hot chocolate. That's what you want to look for.
Yeah.
We have it in a canister, the regular flavor. And then what's so cool about them is they have tons of flavors. They have mocha and marshmallow and cinnamon and raspberry and at least I think they still have raspberry. I haven't seen that one actually in a bit. So they might not have that one anymore. They've mint, which I love that one in my coffee. I like chocolate mint stuff. Travis doesn't like chocolate mint stuff. So they have an amaretto flavor. So to me, it takes the place of any kind of creamer that I would have wanted to put in my coffee for sure. So, it was discontinued. Okay. I had somebody ask me that other day and I wasn't sure. So raspberry was discontinued. And they have a cappuccino too, the high protein cappuccino. That's right. Yeah, you like that one. Yeah. They have vanilla and regular, and there's another one that's cappuccino. I can't remember that flavor. Amaretto, maybe, if that. Okay, yep, amaretto is that one too. So, boy, Tammy is on the ball, girl. Yeah, it's a great one, and because it's got a little bit of flavor in it, it's good.
Bye, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to catch
Bye,
you.
y'all.
There's a little delay. I'm not doing that on purpose.
Nope.
All right, bye, everybody. Thank y'all.
Okay. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us today. See ya.
Tammy is amazing. Bye, everybody.